Good morning, dear friends, uh, respected faculties, industry colleagues, and especially good morning to Director SGI FAB and agriculture colleges and my colleagues. Even I've shared this link with so many friends also equally working in the similar industry and profession. So I'm very happy to be here with you and thanks SGI. Actually, this is my passion as you wonderfully introduced me before all. So I need not to say about me, but of course I should say, yes, I come from actually a rural family background where I come from my native place Dhule, and I did my BSc Agri from College of Agriculture and did MBA in North Maharashtra University. So when you said about my experience, I will add a little here. So I'm working in sales and marketing division right now, but I joined as a market development officer in Rallis in 1996. So I saw various actually divisions in this company, and I'm very happy. So Tata Rallis has given me such a wonderful opportunities to work across many divisions where I learned a lot from my senior managers, my colleagues, and really wonderful experience I got here. And I must mention here, apart from sales and marketing, I was working under some cooperative corporate initiatives like More Pulses project with Tata Chemicals, which we worked under PPP IAD project of government, where I did work for productivity improvement on pulses. This project was actually run by central government and state government of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and Karnataka, and it's still going on, and I'm looking after it apart from my regular responsibilities. Apart from this, actually, I am also looking into this Samruddha Krishi initiative, which is very unique in the industry. You will be surprised to hear that we are charging for the advisory, and this is unique advisory initiative along with the technical support to the grape farmers in Nasik, Sangli, Pune, and many areas we are continuing. So even apart from this, I work with Tata Trust closely for educating and guiding 10th and 12th dropout rural youths from farmers family background having a poor financial conditions and all. So we have given them a good education equally to the Diploma of Agriculture with the help of Krishi Vigyan Kendras and all. So this is all about me, and I'm very happy to be here for the SGI talk. So definitely I'll be sharing a couple of slides on company and the Tata Group where I'm working. So just a minute. I think this is visible now.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Just a minute. Give me 1 minute. Yeah. So this is one slide. Actually, I must mention a Tata Group and Rallis. Everyone knows the photo itself speaks something different. Is a pioneer of Indian industries, and yes, we have a deep respect for this legend. Actually, I will not mention the name. Jamshedji Tata himself is known for his work in Indian industries, and yes, this group has a presence in across many countries nowadays, and their presence speaks something different, and they are working in the sectors where it comes with the national significance. So yes, of course, the Tata's name it comes with the trust, and they are leaders where they are working, and they have a philosophy. They have a business with ethics, and they have their own code of conduct. So working with Tata Group is a very wonderful experience, and they have said something that history of giving back to the society, and they always are engaged with Tata Trust. So they are giving back to the society with kind of health services, educational services, and helping poor ones. And into agriculture, they are also doing some projects like supporting poor farmers' families in tribal areas and all. So there are so many projects they are conducting. You must be knowing on the Tata Group and Tata Trust. And Rallis is a part of Tata Group, and Rallis has actually its unique history, and they are into the service of Indian farmers for more than 165 years, and it is older than Tata Group. So this is most trusted brand in the crop protection and input industry. So we'll continue, we'll highlight some of the initiatives taken by Tata Group. So everyone knows the Taj Mahal Hotel, they started in 1902, the Tata Steel, Asia's first steel plant, the Tata Power, so they started in 1910. So Tata Airlines, it was actually a first Indian Airlines, India's airlines civil aviation, 1932 they started. Now it is known as Air India. 1968 they started Tata Consultancy Services, were into the software. Then Tata Motors, earlier it was known as a telco, and they started industrial practices first, and now everyone is following, even government. So 8 hours working day, it was started by Tata Group. So free medical aid to the employees and their families, it was initiated in 1915. You will surprise to see what their vision was, where their thoughts were. Even this schooling facilities for the children of the employees staying in the premises of the companies and all. So it was started in 1917. 1920, they started a live with a pay or PF, Provident Fund. It was initiated by Tata Group, and everyone knows the Provident Fund is now a very common word whosoever is working in any field. So this is all about Tata Group and its initiatives. So let's come to the, I will actually take you through so crop protection market, global and India very shortly, because see, when the topic is given to me, career opportunities into this agri input industry. So we must know this market and its current scenario. So everyone knows demand on food and everything, food, fiber, feed, fuel, everyone knows this is actually on increasing trend. And I will not go through the statistics and the numbers, but this slide shows you in 1950, 1 hectare of land used to feed 2 people, means based on the population. This is very actually unique to say. And it was 1 hectare was feeding 4 people in 2010, and now by 2050, 6 people will be fed on the same piece of the land. So what it says, there is an increasing demand of the food and increasing population. So only agriculture is the sector which can feed this increasing demand of the increasing population. So challenges are there in the agriculture, and yes, of course, there are challenges and there are opportunities also. So this is actually something which takes you through food security. Everyone is speaking on food security. There are missions, there are actually many initiatives globally and a national level. So improving productivity, we hear a lot of this kind of terminologies. So doubling the farmer income and improving productivity. So this will happen to the improving quality seeds, nutrients, crop protection technologies, and even the precision farming technologies and new IT into this sector definitely can change and can address this challenge. And yes, it is the need of the time. So this is coming with offset farming. We can say the same piece of land can be cultivated with multiple cropping patterns and vertical farming. So corporate farming, even the area specific cropping patterns will be in a trend, even the variety specific, and there is a lot to say on this. So leveraging the trends into the agriculture. So what are those trends? So it's actually labor shortage everyone is facing, and yes, there are actually big challenges. Whoever is working on actually ground, they know their problems well. So you interact with the farmers, so yes, they will say there is a labor shortage, there is skilled labor shortage. So usage of herbicides, new technologies, farm machineries, of course, this will go and demand will be actually very high in the future, and equipments are in place. Technology is available across the globe, and yes, it is available in India also, and very slowly it is taking its place, and very soon it will be part of our life and part of a farmer's life. So even water stress, excess rains or drought conditions, ups and downs into erratic monsoon pattern on something. Someone is actually disturbing. Can you mute all? So value addition into the agriculture, yes. So if you know, everyone knows eliminating the wastages or the losses happening into the means from the post-harvest losses, you can imagine 30 to 40%. So it is causing a huge losses to the Indian economy, even global, I can say global. So this is actually deteriorating the value of agri produce, and warehousing, cold chains are the bigger opportunities of the future, even the food processing. And value enhancement into this will help actually the future agriculture, where grading, sorting, branding kind of initiatives already taken and it's in place. But this will go in folds in future as a processing, retailing and exporting. So agriculture exports nowadays, you will see there is huge demand of safer food. I can say food safety, and global demand is for more safe food. So India is the country, yes, which we can cater the needs of the most of the food patterns, even fruits and vegetables and even cereals, even rice is exported to many parts of the world. So yes, they demand for a safer food. So this will be a unique opportunity in the future. So why crop protection? So yeah, this is very common. Why crop protection? So there is a huge loss due to the pest attack, even insect pest and diseases. So for that, even the weeds in the that requires a protection. So this protects a crop and can save yield, and farmers can save their 30% of the yield losses. So this is why the agrochemicals or crop protection is important. So there are misconceptions which are actually not true. But yes, this is the slide which you can see. Weeds, actually, we are facing a losses of 33%, even diseases 26%, and insects 26%, and other stored food grains and also even rodents and even weevils and food grain pest is causing a 15% damage. So yes, this can be minimized if we use a safe and judicious agrochemicals in time and as per guidelines. So this is actually come from the industry reports and analysis by Tata Strategic, TSMG. So very quickly, I will take per capita consumption of agrochemicals in India. It's very low. Actually, I will not take through all these numbers, but it is lowest in India. And why we are saying this is pesticides are used in India are extremely high and all. So indiscriminate usage is a problem only. But our overall usage, looking into the agriculture land and overall hectare and everything, so it is very low. It is a 0.6, where many countries are double and triple or many folds than us. So this is what is the scenario of usage of this. So in comparison with these pesticides, if you see, the fertilizer usage is very high in India. Why this is happening? This is because of a poor knowledge or inadequate or excess use of chemical fertilizers, and this needs to be addressed very soon. And for this education, even educating the farmers, even some policies need to be actually considered, even should be formed, where you see the urea bag was earlier 50 kg, now it is 45 kg. Slowly, farmers are now actually aware of this kind of excess use of fertilizers. So there is a scope of yield improvement, of course. You can say yield without protection of the crop. So 28% losses can be prevented, and even 42% losses can be prevented due to pest, weeds, and diseases. So almost 50%, I can say. So further losses due to drought, heat, cold, salinity, there is a scope. But if we go very carefully plan this crop production, so yes, there is a huge potential for increasing a crop production in India, because we are the only country have actually very unique climatic conditions and various climatic zones and types of soils, and we have a manpower, and we have actually passion in the agriculture sector. So quickly taking you all through the history of pesticides. So very old, actually, I can see this chemistry in 1750, then now it evolved 1830, then okay, post-World War, actually Silent Spring, actually they published the use of crop protection chemicals, and the very famous Vietnam War. Then this 1970 EPA created. Then the DDT word everyone knows, it was actually withdrawn because of this protest and their side effects and everything came, and the evolution of this was actually happened. So this development till now, I can say till 2020, now we are slowly moving towards the safer pesticides. So in short, I want to tell you everyone. So earlier it was actually an era of organophosphates and carbamates, very highly poisonous. But later on, the research came forward, and these pesticides, even I can say crop protection chemicals, are moving their journey towards a very safer side. And yes, in future you will see a very safer chemicals into the agriculture with the lower dosages. Earlier we used to spray liters, 2 liters per acre hectare. And my colleagues, even senior professors, even the faculties must be listening. If you recall those days of endosulfan, monocrotopos and phorate and all, those were actually 1.5 liter per acre, 2 liters per acre in case of the severity. And even so after introduction of BT cotton, those days gone. And yes, there is a revolution after this neonicotinoid, means I can say imidacloprid, acetamiprid, and so many new generation insecticides introduced. And yes, they are a little safer, but yes, still there is an improvement, and new molecules are coming up. And yes, very soon we will be seeing a green triangle chemistries, maybe after 5 to 10 years. And we are entering into this bio pesticides also. So simultaneously, we can use a balanced use of these bio plus chemicals. So yes, this slide speaks the same what should be done into the agriculture. So yeah, so handling of the pesticides is actually main challenge. And yes, these awareness sessions are going on by government also. I should appreciate Department of Agriculture, central government, even CropLife India. So they are helping farmer for actually guiding farmers for safe use of pesticides and all. And this is actually a responsibility of each one working in this industry. And yes, slowly we are promoting to use the proper PPE kits, personal protection. Everyone knows because of this COVID time. So we are wearing masks, even the gloves and even the goggles and caps. So this is actually promoted for farmers while using pesticides on the field. And they need actually more guidance on the doses, the right time of usage and everything. So these slides actually the repetition of this. Earlier we used to, in 80s, early 1980s, so the doses were 1,000 grams to 3,000 grams active ingredient per hectare. So those were carbamates and organophosphates, so very toxic. So if you see 4 colors, red was very highly toxic. The 90s, it was the era of yellow. Then introduction of synthetic pyrethroids, we can say phenolrate, then cypermethrin, kind of lambda-cyhalothrin and all. So these yellow triangle chemistries were introduced, and they are also highly toxic, but little lesser than this red triangle. Then the era came of the blue triangle, actually type of fungicides which have a blue triangle and were moderately toxic. And yes, so after 2000, green triangle chemistries with lower doses per hectare. This is the unique point here I want to highlight. So from 1 liter to 3 liter or kg, so the grams per application per hectare is now 100. Even you can say some chemicals are 40 gram. We have one chemical like Epic, so its dose is 25 gram per acre. So this is how this new generation actually chemicals are coming up with the latest formulations, and this will actually avoid actually hazards in these fields while using. So with a lower pH and all. So this slide speaks on same safety, and I'll just skip this one because everyone knows while using this pesticide, the safety is very important, and everyone's responsibility to guide the farmers, to educate the farmers. And yes, we are also providing PPE kits to the farmers as a responsibility, as a CSR activity of rallies. So this is a SWOT analysis. I will not take much time here. So there are strengths, there are weaknesses in each field. So crop protection is the need, but yes, so agriculture it is having a challenge. There is a possibility of misuse because the usage is beyond your control. Even you cannot do post-harvest losses. See, there are limited solutions. You cannot store everything into the store warehouse and all. Even farmers could not store, so they need to go to the market. So they delayed harvesting causes losses. Even so many things are there, sudden rains, even the hailstorms and stormy winds, and there is a huge losses, and you cannot control all these things. Even limited R&D facilities in India. This is one of the weakness in Indian this scenario. So there are some challenging diseases, pests, and yes, the solution are yet to come, like this oily spots in pomegranate, even some very chronic problems in tomato virus, and also whole crop goes waste. So these are some challenges. Even the farmers are facing credit problems, even this financial crunches with the because of some huge losses due to the drought conditions or excess rains. Everyone knows all these things. But yet there are opportunities in this field with the green triangle chemistry. Even the package of practices can be more popular, and this can be done through group of the farmers. APOs like concepts are coming. Government is promoting a group of farmers. They can negotiate with the buyer, and they can have their own package of practices, and they can source some inputs in a group, and they can save some money and can earn more in this. So yet there is a threat of so-called bioproducts, even a very spurious material. I can see the poor quality of chemicals, even the bioproducts and PGRs and even granules are offered to the farmers on credit. And this is actually exploitation in the rural areas where farmers go for the credit purchases. So even another issue is of resistance of the chemicals. This is a threat to this industry, and even raw material availability is creating a panic in this industry many times, because we are not self-sufficient for manufacturing at our own. We are dependent on some countries, and they are controlling this raw material productions like China and Europe and so many countries. So this is the scenario. So coming to actually a major topic of this talk is see what are the opportunities available for BSc Agriculture and Horticulture and Agri graduates, I can say simply. So many students are doing agri-business management, even the MBA in marketing, and yes, so these graduates are actually hopefully are actually here eager to see, yes, what I'm going to talk on this. So very common. I'm not actually giving something different of what you know, but yes, we should have a very focused approach. Yes, why I have chosen this field, why I am into the agriculture. So why I chose my profession or education, agriculture. So this question should be with you, why I'm into this profession or this education. So what is my purpose coming here, and what I will do? So this should be very clear. So what is my purpose? So there are government sectors you can work in research as an agriculture research scientist or subject matter specialist, and everyone knows getting government job is not so easy. and it's now very tough, and the positions are very limited, and you need to go through MPSC, UPSC, or government examinations, and then you will get posting, and then very slow promotions are observed. Even other field is to work in agriculture colleges. There are private colleges, so you can work as a whatever actually the profession you want, even the professor or lecturer, even see officer, means into this nationalized banks, where this agriculture department is there for loan disbursements, and a separate agri department is there. So everyone knows government sector, but coming to the private sector, this has actually a very ocean of opportunities. Just we need to think on where I want to go. So we have a very actually lucky, so all Indians are very lucky. So we have a huge potential into this field, and tea coffee estates. So you can go for plantation manager or estate manager, farm manager, for high-tech farming. So nowadays this concept is coming, vertical farming, polyhouses, shed nets. So aeroponics and hydroponics is another field which is very technically coming up, and yes, this is the need of the time. And production procurement manager for food processing units, and yes, many are working as aggregators, and sorting, grading, and marketing type of initiatives nowadays. Actually, due to pandemic, we experienced a lot of things, and we even many cities experience that. Yes, you will be getting very good quality fruits and vegetables, even cereals, pulses at the doorstep when you order through apps or on a single call. So this is a big future business is coming up. And yes, so there are so many opportunities of business development field, and even in agri input sectors. So your quality control, and this is actually new, I will not say new, but agriculture produce exports are on increasing trend, and they are badly in need of a good people for quality control or inspection at the ground while sourcing procurement. So apart from this agri entrepreneurship, so startups in agri sector, even divisional level, even local level, whatever is produced around you, you can think of the same, and you can be actually a torch bearer for the farmers. And yes, for your own, you can do something for the farmers, and it can be your career in this field. Even the seed technologies, production firms, there are huge a number of staff, even employees are required, and good quality people are required there. Even nurseries, you see nowadays, the high-tech nurseries are coming up with whatever you order, and they will give you within 1 or 1.5 months time a good quality seedlings, so ready to transplant. So this kind of technologies are coming up and already existing. So even see organic certification agencies. So what I mentioned about the food safety. So everyone knows the safer food, but who ensures, how you guarantee it, whether this is safe or not? So certification is another opportunity, and this is coming up. And yes, rest of those who don't want to work in the private or government, they can pursue their your MSc programs and PhD, and they can opt their teaching profession as well. And but coming to my field, this is agro inputs industry, and what are the opportunities? A very important point here. So everyone knows this industry, agri input industry is something very unique, and even this is known up to the rural parts only, because urban area is nothing to do with this kind of agri inputs. What is the chemicals, and then crop protection chemicals, insecticide, fungicides, herbicides, pigeons, so many things are there. But yes, so they have their own very strong sales department, where these agri graduates can apply for sales trainees if we want to start career in sales, as a management trainee, sales executives. Even yes, similar marketing is a very important function, very important division. This marketing is eyes and ears of the company, and most of the time marketing is actually underestimated by many people. Yes, sales is a very strong division. Yes, we can say with the numbers achievement and all, but marketing is very challenging and very creative minds actually can work there and can be done. Actually, very good career can be done. So even agri services, what I was speaking on this. So agri services is a unique trend coming up where you can provide services to the farmers by letting them spraying equipments or machineries and precision technology, advisory, and so many things. So these are the fields where yes, this can be tapped. So there are so many inputs. I will just read. So organic manures is now a need of the times, and PGNs means plant growth nutrients, growth promoters, even research and development wings of the company, seed divisions and production in itself in a seed and marketing sales. So nowadays vegetable seeds, even so many high quality hybrid seeds are coming up, but farmers are not aware of the particular which variety, what should be the doses per acre, and which time right time should be there for actually sowing and all. So huge scope is there to educate the farmers here. So fertilizer, everyone knows, so bulk fertilizers, specialty fertilizers, and specialty nutrients including PGNs. So customized fertilizer is now a unique concept coming up, and yes, Rallis is already there. Even Deepak Fertilizer, what is Smart Chem brand, and even Coromandel, and so many companies are there. So they have come up with these crop-specific nutrition techniques. So to avoid actually unwanted expenses on fertilizer application. So stage-wise application will help for farmers and to save the money, and the productivity will go up along with the quality produce. So this is actually what coming into the future, and yes, the area started. So yes, everyone knows what actually I'm working in the crop protection industry, and similarly biopesticides are in all categories are coming up, even fungicides and insecticides. So their presence will increase in coming days. And another, apart from these inputs, drip irrigation, micro irrigation. So there's huge actually scope because very limited land is covered with the drip irrigation and micro irrigation. Maybe future requirement will be more, and farm machineries, tractors, harvesters, spraying equipments, and pumps. So they require people who know agriculture well. So these are actually a couple of slides I can say, and these are the buckets I can see. Actually, my colleague Dr. Hemant Wable helped me to categorize all these things into government services. Everyone knows. So civil services or UPSC kind of even agriculture universities and so many things, even banks and all. Forest department you can think. But private sector is actually equipped to, means very unique kind of supportive techniques to the farmers, and it is much required into day-to-day agriculture and modern farming. So agri-tech startups with app kind of support, even Cropin you can say. I can mention proudly, I met Cropin, very unique people, and yes, they are doing a wonderful job in their field, and such initiatives are coming up. Even abroad you can see the opportunities for farm managers and so many things. So exports is another field where many people, many agri graduates are working very comfortably, and they are going abroad. And agriculture journalism is another field coming where you will get an opportunity with the market intelligence. Those interested, they can choose this one. But this entrepreneurship is another career. See, when the career word comes, it's not only job or it's not only service. You can start your own. So career is what you can start with some group of the people, group of you 3-4 friends can come and can start a startup. And farmer producer company is another example. Within the village or a group of villages can start their own company. FPC, we can say farmer producer organization or company. So like contract manufacturing nowadays is is a word not clear to everyone. Yes, we all are aware what is happening in Delhi, our capital. So farmer protest is going on, and actually this is very debatable issue. But yes, everything is in the favor of Indian agriculture is most welcome, and farmers are actually actually required to support for their fair price for their produce, and this is their demand. And available resources are not enough. Even you cannot guarantee what produce price will be there. I can experience from Nasik also and Sangli. A couple of my colleagues, I asked what is price going on for the grapes and all. So it's very fluctuating. Nowadays, COVID time is coming and the trade is playing with the farmers, and what the expectations were very high, and even farmers will not get what cost per kg production cost is there, so hardly they will be getting. But the trade and the antisocial elements, I can say, they're exploiting by offering low prices and exploiting. They run with their money also. They cheat actually farmers a lot of times. So this needs a very process oriented or something, a very controlled kind of market, when we can have a good controls and farmer can sell online, and they can be connected with a trusted buyers. And yes, this is a big scope in, I can say, the opportunity in this field. And again, dairy, poultry, fishery, and so many things are goat and landscaping, cold storage, biogas, even protected cultivation. I already mentioned on this. But what else is required for this? Yes, I'm actually a career. Yes, I want to make a career in company or what, any organization. But yes, candidates are required. As actually, when I sits on interview panel as a panel member, so I do not actually go into the deep. I don't want to make him a scientist or doctor. Basically, he should a very pleasant, decent appearance. His attitude should be very positive. He should be knowledgeable, and see which sector you want to work. That should be able actually what I say, the passionate about that sector. Otherwise, forcefully working in sales and you don't want to talk much, or you are actually shy and poor in communication, so you should not come to the sales department. If you are not creative, if you are not actually workaholic, so you don't work for the marketing. But there are very good candidates interested. They have a passion in sales, they have passion in marketing, they are creative minds, they are good in social media, they are good in high-tech IT skills, or yes, they can come and they can make a very good career in to this agri inputs industry. And yes, of course, confidence is above all. So that makes you successful everywhere. The candidate should be a very quick learner or fast learner. And yes, the companies like Rallies and many multinational companies provide training staffs for their productivity should go up. So yes, of course, I spoke on the IT skills, so practical knowledge is very important. So what is happening around, and you should know technical things of these inputs and everything. And of course, every student, I will not say a good command on English, because very few are actually from urban areas, very fortunate candidates. Even many are coming from the farmers families, rural background. जैसे मैं थोड़ा हिंदी में बात करता हूँ क्योंकि बहुत सारे अदर स्टेट के भी लोग सुन रहे हैं. So actually अंग्रेजी जो है या इंग्लिश है is the language of communication, corporate communication. But don't be shy. Actually आपको only communication के लिए सीखना है. You need to learn. But don't actually get very frustrated that I can't speak in English, and so how I will be actually able to work in big corporate houses, head offices. No worries. Your passion, your actually learning attitude makes you everything. And yes, within 1 or 2 years, you can do miracles and can be very fluent, very clear in communication, and learn more on the desk. So for this, you need to have a very good reading habits. You need to update yourself overall. for overall knowledge, what is happening in the country, in your field, sports, even cultural, social, everything, and globally. So that gives you a very refreshing kind of personality. So actually, a few days back, I heard about the Ag Matrix. Actually, even I'm not sure when this is going to launch, but so Ag Matrix is a unique initiative is coming up very soon to support all these needs of the agri graduates exclusively. So only agri graduates can apply and can find opportunities for the employment. Even they will be getting a scholarship for higher education or internships, and also this platform is coming up. So I'm very happy to share this knowledge with you. This is, I don't know what is the status of this, but very soon it will be available for agri graduates. So AgMatrix, you just keep eyes on its announcement. So very soon this will be exclusively, this is an initiative started by, I think, agri graduates, those who are passionately working in. So yes, there is a scope in nanotechnology formulation. So there are expanding horizons also. So latest research in nutrients, even micro irrigation. So this is updating everywhere. And yes, so modern days, you will see this lifestyle of the people ready to eat foods. You see, you don't have time, and IT couple wants quick pack of food, and they just want to add this in the warm water, and yes, ready to eat food. Food processing, packed foods, fruits and juices. So use, you cannot imagine what is actually level of requirement you are if you provide the quality and certified good quality actually food products. Even the agro commodity exports and imports, vegetables, and so many things. So yes, there is a huge opportunity for this sector. And what is actually what is the trend and what is the future of this? So yes, this is becoming more modern, scientific, and technology-oriented sector. Nowadays, it's not actually, but still many farmers yet to be touched with these technologies. They are not actually even approached by, because of the limitations in manpower. We cannot see so many farmers actually getting access to the technologies and all. So this is how the shift is actually, and changes in the demographics and food production system is happening. So even evolving biotechnology strategies, resource management strategies. Even yes, I spoke on the food safety, so residue-free fruits and vegetables, rice, cereals. This is giving you more opportunity. And yes, quickly. These are a few photographs. We can see the technology evolution, and you can see the harvesters coming, and you will get ready bells into the farms. Nowadays, the spinning mills will be outdated after a few days. So I can assure you this technology is so much advanced, and you will be getting ready to actually use kind of agri produce on the farm. So this is all about what the opportunity I spoke, and I think I'm on time. So last word I can say this phrase by Mr. Ratan Tata, which actually personally everyone know, means respect this personality is a very respected, highly respected. So all of us do not have equal talent, right? Yet all of us have an equal opportunity to develop our talents. So this is very unique. And yes, so be relaxed and be positive. Don't think that you will not get any, and don't get panic, though you are actually not getting opportunity quickly, but keep trying, and you will get one day. And keep learning all these things. And yes, this is all from my side. Thank you so much. And I'm through. Any questions? I'm ready to answer.
Thank you so much, sir. It was an excellent talk. Really, some of the points that you have raised are so valid in today's day and age, especially for any agri graduate or any agri postgraduate. And there were so many questions that came up from participants, including some of our students. And I'll be very frank, you have answered most of those questions. like, because those were quite obvious questions, and you have clearly mentioned that. So I would like to share with everyone here one thing. Excuse me. Yeah. I would like to share one thing with everyone. So, those who are unable to join the session today, just let them know, if they are your friends, well wishers, just let them know that we will be emailing a YouTube link once the talk is over. So, we will be uploading this on YouTube, and that YouTube link will be shared with you guys and with others. So, you guys can once again go through the presentation, whatever sir has mentioned. So, that is one thing I would like to mention. So, sir, there are a few queries, especially if you talk about the entire pandemic COVID-19 situation,
Yeah.
because Mr. Veerbhadra, with you, whose Zoom link I'm actually using right now, so he's our placement officer, and he has kind of struggled a little when it comes to the COVID, during the COVID time, because companies were kind of on a back foot. They were mentioning about packages coming down. So, are there any, so you have mentioned about some of the skill sets that the students should be having when they are about to join these organizations for whatever role. But anything specific you would like to mention, a quality that a student should inculcate now when such COVID situations come up? Because many people lost jobs. So
Yeah.
to stand out from everyone, is there something that the student should do?
Yes, very good question, and I'm happy to actually answer this question. In a pandemic times, actually, yes, the learning is only thing which we can do, and of course, even many of us were not traveling due to some restrictions, and there was actually difficult time to for the recruitment processes and all. But now, maybe unfortunately, this COVID time is now knocking a very bad time, and we should be very careful while actually moving. And I hope everyone is taking care. And the question where this recruitment process and the students should be well prepared for this anytime, because very soon, maybe by April end, or hope so, it's up to God and the nature and the kind of situation occurring will get over. Only this hope we can expect, and everyone should be well prepared by with a strong mindset, very positive mindset. Need not to be in a tension and a kind of what I say, stressed type of situation should not occur, and be positive. Yes, this time will come, and again there is a gap into the manpower requirement, and very soon most of the companies, even industry, will require a very good manpower, and the days are coming. So while answering this question, I will mention one actually these interviews are also, we conducted a couple of actually interviews last month. So nothing is actually happening physically. So we are sending a Google Hangout links or Zoom or anything. These virtual interviews are going on, and initially the experienced people, and there were vacancies are coming, then interns, then the trainees. So this will be coming up by most of the other industries, even seed industry, pesticide industry, and endpoint industries. So these virtual interviews will be there, and you need to prepare yourself on very confidently. So when we come across some interviews, so one very strong message to you all. So don't put a condition or something that I want this particular area, and this I want a particular district or this particular geography. So this will not help you to learn in this industry, and be ready to actually to start your job at any point of time, at any point of department. So this will give you a good learning, and prepare yourself for the interviews. So in a pandemic time, you need to be very stable. You support your parents first, because they are more tense. They have invested in you. They have paid your fees. And I know farmers' families, and very few are from the urban areas. Those candidates whose parents are on job or working in somewhere. but most of the students come from the farmers' families. I know even my other family members in my native, which is near to Dule, I know their situation, how they are earning from the agriculture, what challenges they are facing, and how they are actually providing funds to their kids. Even actually, I cannot mention all these things, but there is a value of money. And yes, be confident. Whatever you're doing, you have a passion to do actually to work on the area which you are interested. So be positive, and it will be a great time ahead. Not to worry, because agriculture is the only field you will see from last 1 year is actually contributing I see growth in Indian economy, and responsible for a very good GDP. So this is a big terminology, but yes, this field was actually on, and there was no lockdown effect on agriculture. As such, farmers were working 24 hours. And this is the good sign of this industry. And you all are fortunate. You are into the agriculture, and this wherever everyone is alive, you need to feed these people. So agriculture field is actually evergreen field. Electronics and motors and all, they will be actually getting stagnation, even what I say, saturation at one point of time on technology change. But agriculture is the only field, the soil, where there is a soil, where there is a food requirement, there is agriculture, and there is you, and there is a need of your services. Yes, thank you.
So before we ask others to ask questions, there's one, because what I have seen is most of the questions are repetitions. So
Yeah.
one thing I would like to know from you. So
Yeah.
if someone who is not having any placement support from the institution that they are studying in, so how do they search for job opportunities? Let it be sales, marketing, whatever. How do they search for job opportunities? And in addition to that, if you could also answer, what are some of the internship opportunities this summer? Not just in your company, but in general, what kind of internship opportunities do come up for youngsters? And how do they search for these internship opportunities? So I'll just repeat, how do you search for job opportunities, and how do you search for internship opportunities, and what kind of opportunities are available in the sector?
Yes, so very good question. So yes, each and every industry is in need of good interns, even good trainees, and good pipeline manpower in their actually portfolio. So actually, this industry is actually based on a very good kind of manpower. Then what I guess, passionate people are actually a requirement of this industry. So the question where recruitment or something placements is not happening through the institutes, need not to worry. Actually, this you need to approach HR department or industry colleagues like us. Even so many companies are there. Even you will surprise to hear there more than 100 companies. 100 is a very small number. But if I see Indian companies, there is a multinational companies, even Indian multinationals, and various agri inputs company put together. Each and every input industry has a 50 to 70 industries in its fold. And yes, you multiply this by number. So they require interns, even the marketing professionals, on-ground people, trainees, and a direct approach will help you not to worry if you are not placed. But we can actually request our HR, even region-wise requirements, S-wise requirement, where we require some marketing survey kind of jobs, even supportive kind of trainees, and even support functions in marketing, and even analytical work in back-end office work. So there is a opportunity for girl candidates. I will mention here girls. So Virabhadra yesterday mentioned about 4 girls, actually same example, but need not to worry. There is a scope, and yes, they will get opportunities. Actually, one more field is there. Actually, I should mention, there is a third party role. Actually, professionals are required by each and every company to work on the ground. What I say is a kind of a team list kind of third party job providers. So those you will be working for the company but paid by someone. But this is for short term, and you can learn and you can make sure that yes, your career will take a shape in that company. And for entry level, you should not hesitate. And third party is not a bad thing, but to enter with it will actually give you opportunity to learn on the ground, on the field, on the office, and everywhere. And as and when the vacancies come up, these people, these candidates get absorbed in right positions, and definitely with their performance and quality work, they are known, and they work as employees of the company in very near future, means maybe 1 or 2 years they are absorbed. So not to worry for this one. So industry requires a huge actually manpower in this field.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Actually, if we look at the economic growth of our country, last year every sector had a negative growth except for the food and agribusiness sector. So that is something very positive, and we all should think positively about it. So actually, we are running out of time, but some people have raised hands. So how do we do this? Can we extend by 5 minutes?
Yeah, I'm okay. Actually, see, everyone is actually there. I must answer all these questions, and I'll be happy to address. I can spare a few minutes also. No issue.
So someone has asked, will they get a certificate to because they have attended this talk? So there is no certificate. The certificate is that you have got additional knowledge in your life. So that is the certificate.
You can mention in your resume or something. So you attending some kind of workshops, some such talks, and yes, you see the purpose is to the interviewer or this employer knows, yes, you are actually gone through such kind of seminars, webinars, and you are touched by some points what this industry requires. So this will be helpful if you mention in your resume or biodata.
So someone has asked, are there any specific opportunities in the field of plant breeding? Now that is very specific question. Would you be able to answer?
Yeah, plant breeding, actually, see, this comes with the seed industry, and seed industry is now fastest growing industry in the country. And this is actually, I cannot mention number, but the seed industry is growing more than by actually more than 20% growth every year. And seeds is a unique input and very important input of this industry, where everything comes from the seed. And yes, breeders, even vegetable seeds, then field crops, and there are many companies based in even Hyderabad, Bangalore. Even we have a Rally Seed division in Bangalore. So even the field, they require field people for breeding and all. So all need to be in touch with this actually relevant departments and relevant peoples. So approach will help you be positive. You keep sending your resumes or requirements and be in touch with these industry people. So you will get a opportunity if you exist with this good talent and good knowledge on this subject.
Right, sir. So someone has asked, can I get opportunity in Canada? I don't know why he's asked here. And I don't know if you are the right person to answer that.
Canada, I've been there actually 5-6 years back. Yes, and Canada is a very a unique country where many Indians are working, and there is actually very adverse condition. Everyone knows Canada, actually very cold country, and the agriculture scope is remains for 7 to 8 months only, and 4 months you will see ice and very cold weather. But yes, actually Canada is the country is actually importing many food grains and many food items from countries like India, Europe, and in China and Eastern countries. But yes, Canada is having a huge land, and they have their actually big farms like 400 acres, 300 acres farms, and they are cultivating pulses, even fruits, even vegetables, and so many things. So they require agriculture. They have nurseries, high-tech nurseries also. So they are very technology-oriented agriculture, and they have their own departments. So be in touch with the consulate of Canada, and yes, definitely you will get a opportunity. This consulate office is actually in Mumbai, Delhi, and you can search a mail from Google and you can put an email to them. Even you can search opportunities, and yes, there is a possibility. If you actually are interested, you can go abroad, and there is no limit. So big opportunities there. So in Canada, you can go.
So last three questions, and many questions are repetitions. Last three questions, we'll close it exactly at 12:10. So first question. This is again, it's a specific question, but I would like to make it generic. The question was, so someone is working in the software field, but would like to now work in the agribusiness management field. So similarly, I would like to know if someone who's not been part of the food and agribusiness sector, but would like to be part of the food and agribusiness sector, especially the agri inputs industry that you are talking about, is it a possibility? And if yes, how?
Yes, possible, but it comes with your experience or your passion and your background, which exists rightly. While entering into any industry, you need to have a very unique background. See, working in agri industry or any processing units and food industry, even see, basic requirement is agriculture for sales and marketing and all. But if you are from agri engineering background or something, so and you have done marketing as your management education, PG in MBA like. So yes, we do have actually some engineers in our company also. Our COO is actually engineer from IIT, and there are people those who are actually at the top. Those background is of engineering, and it requires your passion. It requires your very top management, your actually knowledge on the subject and ability to handle this position. So makes everything possible. Not an issue. It can be done.
Oh, sorry, sir. My mic was mute. I forgot. There's one that actually four questions again. So these four people are interested in working in the agri research field. They want to be part of agri research. Any specific pointers you would like to give? How to search for opportunities in agri research? After that, Mr. Amol Patil, I will give you an opportunity to ask your question, but it has to be very short. Right.
Yeah, research. See, I will quickly answer your question on research. Research is what? Actually, research, every company has a research and development department. And for agri graduates or postgraduates, if they are in pathology or entomology or any PG or any supportive education or doctorate, so they can apply in research and development department division of the company. Each company is having own R&D facility, and yes, there is a good opportunity to work on the ground also, to interact with the farmers. They lay trials and even demonstration, evaluation of some chemicals and study of the new chemicals. So there is a scope, and yes, you can apply in a research. So it's not only research is not happening only in universities and research institutes, but it's a company has its own department to in coordination with the agri universities and national research institutes. So they lay some trials of the new chemicals, new combinations, and so many things for testing their MRL, PHIU. Will be aware of this. Maximum residue levels and post harvest, actually, what you say, pre harvest intervals, and so many studies are there. So,
Mr. oh, sorry, sir. I was.
Yes, Amol.
Yeah, Mr. Amol Patil, quickly, 30 seconds. In 30 seconds, please.
Okay, sir. Thank you for giving me opportunity, sir. I just want to mention that I'm an agriculture graduate. I'm agriculture graduate working in.
Yeah.
I'm in the pest control industry for last 10 years. I just want to mention that this is also one of the good industry which can absorb agriculture graduate. Pest control industry, sir.
Oh,
and,
great.
Thank you so much. Actually, we have NBHC is one of the pest management organizations which has actually recruited some of our APM students last year. So yeah, it's in sync with what you have mentioned.
Amol, actually, I should appreciate you. Actually, literally, I forgot this point, and I don't know, but by oversight it left. I'm very sorry for this not covering this pest control. But we in rallies we have a division of pest control, and yes, we call it as HSP, Household Pesticides Division. And yes, there is a big opportunity in actually pest control industry, but there are limitations and very few positions are there, and it works in very limited areas where urban population, even Pune, big cities, metro cities I can speak on. But yes, in future, this pest control services is actually very a good sector where anyone can start his own or can work with the passion. And there are actually so many companies working in, there are divisions like Pest Control India, and you mentioned Amol. So thank you very much for mentioning this service, as you people are actually working on the ground, and even at household, many urban areas face problems from the cockroaches, even many things, mosquitoes, and it requires a treatment. And yes, pest control is there, is a part of agri industry. So thank you so much for bringing this point to my notice. Yes.
The last mention of all the thanks that you have received. So especially some people have written personally also to us that please thank sir. And there's one Mr. or Miss, I do not know, Tarak, who said please thank sir from my side. So I don't know who this Tarak is.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Actually, I must say thank you to all being very actually listening passionately to me. Maybe I missed some phrases or terminology. Please bear with me. I may have missed some points which you were expecting, but due to time constraints, I could cover this much. And I hope this is relevant to our field, and requirement is actually something very unique in this field. And there is a lot we can speak on very different subjects, but the focus was to know this industry well and the opportunities. And yes, I actually again thank you all the participants, even director SGI PAB, even Veerabhadra, you Krishna personally, and the many faculties and the many friends listening to me. Actually, I must say thank you to you all actually listening to me. And yes, this is the field. This is the field where a lot of things can be done. Actually, you don't need to work in an industry, or yes, you can go with your career, and you can shape up your career at your village level also. You can be aggregator. You can be actually a leader of any farmer producer organization. I will actually strongly recommend those who are actually wanted to stay in a village and they have a good acreage of the lands. They can form APOs, and they can come up with the storage kind of facility, processing units. They can build their own brands, and they can come up with actually negotiations type of skills with the buyers, and you can set up your own company. And you know, a unique example of Sahyadri in Nasik, and they likewise there are many initiatives taken in Pune, even Vidarbha. There WAPCO is doing a very good work for pulses farmers and rice farmers, and in even Karnataka we are working closely for the pulses farmers and all. So yes, this is the field. Yes, lot of things can be done. There is no limit. Thank you so much.